Greetings, fellow Earthlings. You are now tuned into Shamanic Awakening.
Yup. Hello, baby girl.
If this is your first time, allow me to introduce myself. The name is Chief Moki Wish, and I will be your companion, your shaman, your guide as we channel the divine.
In your face.
Thank you so much for sharing your space, energy, and your time, and allowing me to share mine. By the way, you looking mighty fine out there. Alrighty, my friends. So, determined by the astro dice and the pre-shuffle, this reading is going to be about closing chapters. So, we're going to start off, as we always do, with the oracle cards. Remember, my friends, that the future is dynamic and only you can prevent forest fires. Only take what resonates, my friends. So chances are that if you clicked on this video is because of the title, which I have no idea what's going to be yet. We got here time. So while I'm recording this right now, it's actually the 12th of August, and we're going to have a solar eclipse, total solar eclipse. So this is actually the perfect time to close a chapter. We got power at the bottom of the deck. So what this tells me that it's time to reclaim your power. Let's go ahead and get a Mayan oracle here. We got polarity. And measure at the bottom. So as we get deeper into the reading, it's going to probably get more specific. My ear's starting to ring now. We got drifter experiencing life as it comes. Yo, trip out on this. You want to see something? What do we got at the bottom? Teachability. The hollow bone. So check this out. We already got synchronicities here in the reading. So, for some of y'all, this is gonna have to be about a friendship, relationship, partnership of some sort. It feels like it ran its course and it's time to reclaim your power. It's kind of like you lost yourself in the friendship or in the partnership or relationship. You know how like when you meet somebody and you're like, you meet them at a certain frequency and then you start to build a, friendship with them and you kind of lose yourself in it. That's what it feels like. All right, well, let's go ahead and you lose your individuality. So it's time to reclaim your individuality. Let's go ahead and get started here, shall we? So this card here is going to represent the chapter that's closing. We got the Three of Cups. Yeah, so it could be that it's not just between two people here. It could be parting ways with a community. I'm going to go ahead and just pull all the cards for the question. So can I get some more on the Three of Cups about this chapter that's closing? The Chariot. I mean, this looks like, so far this looks like a community that was like good for you. We got the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this was this was a very like secure group of people, very willing to share. But like I said, sometimes when you get to know people and you hang out with them a lot, you kind of like, it's easy to lose your individuality because you guys start to grow together, and then it's kind of like you get away from the things that you used to do. So it might be that we're not necessarily walking away forever, but maybe taking a break. Yeah, I'm getting that for sure, big time, because you know, like when you pause something and it's two lines like that. We got the mirror effect happening here with our oracle cards. Experiencing life as it comes. Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily mean, look at even the 4 over here is kind of like a mirror. Yeah, so it doesn't mean that like we're going away forever. But look, here's what I'm seeing. This chapter has to do with you stepping away from the group, from the community. Oh, wow, look at this, dude. The reason we're doing this spread is because we got Mercury in Libra. Oh. Focus. In the 12th house. And look at this card right here. It has all those things right there, Mercury and Libra. That's a trip. So yeah, so it doesn't mean that like you're going away forever, but you're going away to find yourself. Okay. So that's how we're going to know if you're going to resonate with this reading. All right. So if at any given point, my friend, something I say strikes a chord with your soul, drop it in the comments below. Please let me know. Claim this energy. So what's the most important thing that I learned during this chapter? We got here the Emperor. I feel like we learned about our power, our wow, we got the 3 of Swords. So something did go down here then. Yeah, it's like protecting yourself. My ears starting to ring too. Can I get one more card on this, on the most important thing that I learned from this chapter? Just one card, please. Thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful soul tribe. Allow me to be a clear vessel for this message. The King of Wands. Wow. So okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So look, remember I was saying like when you start to hang out with people for a long time, you lose your individuality. That's exactly what this is saying right here. Look, the most important lesson is to not lose your individuality. It doesn't matter how many people you're hanging out with. Like, you don't have to, you know, lose your sovereignty. Like you can still be yourself. And like people get worried about, you know, not fitting in, but don't fit in. Like the people that are going to be there for you wholeheartedly are going to accept you in your totality, in your completeness. So don't sacrifice your individuality just to fit in, you feel me? I feel like that's definitely the lesson here. Something to reflect upon regarding the chapter. It could have been a relationship. Now that I see the King and the Queen here, even though we got the 3s, that just means that there was, at one point, there was harmony. There was like reciprocity. And it was fated. This is a fated. This was meant to go down this way. I just need one card here on something to reflect upon. We got the 5 of Cups. So all is not lost, okay? Oh dang, look at this. There's 3 cups right here. Spill. So there's the 2 right there. Teachability, yeah. So this was just meant to be, this definitely ran its course. This was meant to teach you about your personal sovereignty, your individuality. We got the 2 of Cups, yep. Yo, that's a trip, bro. I pointed out the 2 of Cups just now. The 2 cups here that are still full. So look, and this coming after the 3 of Swords. So what you're closing now, it actually taught you how to navigate in a partnership going forward. You feel me? You learned the things about yourself to make something that's more long lasting going forward. You feel me? Does that make sense? Can I get one more card here on something to reflect upon? We got the Knight of Cups, dude. So if you're sad right now because this ended, just know it's not gonna, like, first of all, don't rush into anything, right? But like, don't worry, because the right person is definitely making their way to you. Look at 3 of Cups again. Yeah, so just remember, like, what you learned from this, because it's going to help you going forward if you want to make something that lasts. You feel me? How can I let go? How can I let go? We got the 4 of Pentacles. This is about being aware of where you're investing your energy going forward. So instead of so we lost our individuality in this, right? And that's because we're probably giving too much of ourselves, too much time of ourselves, like sacrificing the things that we like doing, the hobbies that we had before, which were probably the things that attracted the person in the first place, which is funny, right? So going forward, make sure that you have your own things, hobbies that you invest your time and energy into. You feel me? Like, let's see, let's get something else here. Just need one card. We got the Fool. Yeah, so your own path, right? Yeah, so continue walk. Like, you can meet somebody, right, and you guys click, but you don't have to, like, give up your path. You feel me? Like, if you have to do that, then it's probably not gonna last. That's what happened here, right? Is that not the lesson that we learned? Experiencing life as it comes. And that's okay. Like, dude, like, when things don't go the way that we hope for, it's because there's something to learn there. You feel me? There's something to take away from that. It's not completely a loss if you learn the lesson. Yeah, High Priestess, let's go. Yeah, you gotta follow your inner guidance system. You feel me? Don't lose that connection with yourself, with your inner knowing. A lot of 2s, a lot of 3s. So what can I anticipate in the new chapter that's starting? We got the Page of Swords. And at the bottom, the 9 of Swords. So yeah, you're probably worried about like never meeting anybody again or something like that. But that is all in your head, my friend. Because if you put yourself out there and you show up authentically, so it's not going to work if after this finishes, right, and you don't like take away the lesson, right, about like keeping your power, keeping your sovereignty, then, and you just go repeat it and you show up again in like this, you know, this like you're trying to be somebody to impress the other person, then yeah, then what you get into next is not going to, it's going to happen again. It's just going to be a cycle. Like same shit's going to go down. So you have to show up authentically, like with your truth. And what I've noticed is that the best friendships and partnerships are the ones that they share a common interest. There's something that they want to learn together. They want to investigate or build. You know what I mean? Like, those are the kind of partnerships that last because there's a common goal, you feel me? And the Page of Swords here is about curiosity. This is about like exploring different ideas. We got the Mother of Swords, so yeah, there's this next chapter is gonna have to do with the ideas that you share. Dang, we got the 5 of Swords at the bottom. It could be that it's not necessarily easy to cut ties with this last chapter. It might not be easy to walk away. And I get that, dude. Familiarity brings content, but trust me, once you walk away from this, there's another Queen over here. Can I get the last card here? The Temperance. Yeah, so, alright. So if you learned the lesson from what we're closing, you're going to walk this path over here with a better temper and meet somebody who is very intelligent and probably won't tolerate any bullshit. Like, they're coming like authentically. Like, the Queen of Swords is not going to bullshit you. She's going to tell you straight up like the truth all the time, even if you don't know how to take it. So maybe that could have been the issue over here with the Queen of Pentacles. This is like the energy of somebody who's used to having everything that they want. And then we got the 3 of Pentacles at the bottom. So it could be that you meet at work. Or like I said, this is about building something together. Well, my friends, that's all I got for now. I hope that helped out in some way, shape, or form. If not now, in the future, my friend. Until the next one, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace.